Okay, let's talk about Evangeline Lilly. She's gotten into kind of some trouble. I think she came out. She's been quietly, I think, speaking up about the mandates for a while. And I think the last time she spoke out, she actually sort of retracted her statement, like kind of apologized. Was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for, people who've been devastated by COVID." Let me try and find the article where Evangeline Lilly talks about COVID. Here we go. Because this is all very topical right now because there was the protest, the rally in DC. I think it was it the 23rd? It was let's see. Yeah, I think it might have been last weekend. I kind of wish I could have gone. I think I was busy. Marvel actor Evangeline Lilly shares that she attended this is typical NBC for you. They're calling it an anti-vaccine mandate rally. Dude, anytime you put anti-vax, it's like, "No, this was a mandate rally. You didn't need this, but you're doing this to show everybody who your daddy is, The anti-vax mandate rally held Sunday made headlines because of RFK Jr.'s comments about comparing the policies to the Holocaust. By the way, I'm reading RFK's book right now, The Real Anthony Fauci. It's a fucking amazing book. I think everybody should get it. I think this is gonna be like probably one of the most important books of this year. As I think as Fauci starts to possibly face more consequences for his actions throughout the pandemic, we'll see. So here's Evangeline Lilly. She attended the Defeat the Mandates rally. Yeah, it was called Defeat the Mandates rally. It wasn't called an anti-vax rally. In DC, same event where RFK came under fire for his comments comparing US vax policies to the Holocaust. Yeah, I mean, like, people get very upset when you compare things to the Holocaust, but I think I understand his sentiment of like you're making people put things in their body. Like, when was the last time we made people do shit like this? Lilly, who plays Hope Van Dyne, the Wasp in Marvel's Ant-Man films, posted photos from the rally to her personal Instagram account Thursday. I want to get to this level of fame where an Instagram post becomes NBC News. In the post, she said she doesn't believe someone should be forced to inject their body with anything against their will. A photo in Lilly's post includes a person holding a sign that reads Vax Democrat for medical freedom. That's it. That's what this is all about. RFK was supposed to be. I went to this medical freedom convention in October. It was called The Truth About Cancer Live. It was in Nashville. He was supposed to come. I think he got tied up with something, couldn't make it. But that's what it's about. It's about medical freedom. It's about you having autonomy over your own body. We get to pick what foods go in our bodies every day. We get to pick what supplements we take on a daily basis. Why are we then not allowed to decide what, sort of unnecessary injections go inside of us for something that, clearly I'm here. I'm unvaccinated. Biden probably thought I would be dead by now. Long, cold winter hasn't been very long nor cold. I mean, it's been kind of cold, but I like hats and gloves. Lilly went on to say, "This is not healthy. This is not love. I understand the world is in fear, but I don't believe that answering fear with force will fix our problems." It's unclear whether Lilly, who finished filming Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania last year, is vaccinated. Who gives a fuck? This is what the mainstream media doesn't understand. You can be vaxxed and be anti-mandate. It's just they want to slap everybody who speaks out about the mandates as being anti-vax because it ruins their narrative. If there's nuance in there, it ruins their narrative of like, oh, you're all anti-vax morons. But if you're also vaccinated, well, that kind of fucks up their message. Lilly had previously, this is what I was talking about before. Lilly had previously been hit with criticism and apologized for comments about the pandemic. In March of 2020, she posted on Instagram that her family wasn't self-isolating and that, wow, this was at the beginning. The family wasn't self-isolating and that it was business as usual in her household despite public health officials' recommendations to stay home. Yeah, this to me just sounds like she's trying not to freak out about it. There was so much panic at this time, and there still is. Sounds like this is just her trying to calm everybody down. She also responded to a fan comment downplaying the coof, calling it a respiratory flu, which it is. I want to offer my sincere and heartfelt apology. So this is where she apologizes for the insensitivity I showed in my previous post to the very real suffering and fear that has gripped the world through COVID. She said later, grandparents, parents, children, sisters, brothers are dying. The world is rallying to find a way to stop this very real threat, and my ensuing silence has sent a dismissive, arrogant, and cryptic message. Who talks like this? Nobody talks like this. I don't like it. They go on to call it an anti-vaccine mandate again. On a rally made headlines in recent days because RFK, son of the late U.S. Senator and son of obviously JFK, in a speech at the rally, Kennedy likened vax policies to the authoritarian regime in Nazi Germany, where an estimated 6 million Jews were killed as part of, we're all familiar with the Holocaust. He apologized for the remarks Tuesday, saying he intended to highlight examples of past barbarism to show the perils from new technologies of control. Yeah, people know what he's saying. People understand the comparison. Most people totally agree with him and get it. But it's like NBC News, mainstream news, they gotta slap him with that insult. They gotta slap him with the anti-vax label. And he's like, he works for the Children's Health Defense. He's not like just some random, he's qualified to speak on this topic. Kennedy is well known for speaking out against vaccines. He was condemned by the Anti-Defamation League in 2015 for making similar comments comparing vax mandates and the Holocaust. Hey, it's freedom of speech. Like, he's not an idiot. He seems like a well-read guy, if that's what he thinks. But people are so threatened by different opinions, especially different opinions of qualified people, of smart people like him and many of the other scientists that have been censored and silenced since day one of this thing. So very interesting. What is this video about? Was this that might be of the rally.
Tonight, the vaccine battle reaching a fever pitch in the nation's capital.
If there is risk, there must be choice.
Thousands rallying on the National Mall for the Defeat the Mandates protest, featuring some of the nation's most prominent anti-vaxxers.
Tried to get a burger last night. We got turned away because we didn't have a proof of vaccination card.
I'm not anti-vax. I'm fully vaccinated, but not this vaccine.
The fact that people have to still keep saying this is insane. Like, most people have had their fucking polio vaccine, have been vaccinated for rubella, measles, mumps. It's wild.
The main reason being is because it's quote-unquote experimental.
That's not true. COVID-19 vaccines are...
Okay, and then more propaganda. What I liked about this is my buddy Tyler Fisher actually was asked to speak at the rally, and I was asking him like how he'll be on the show. I think he was like feeling a little sick, so I had to reschedule him to Wednesday, February 2nd. We'll have him on, and I'll ask him more about what it was like speaking at the rally. But he basically just did jokes and stuff. So I was like, good for you, Tyler. Let me see if I can find... I want to see if I can find Tyler's speech at the rally. Dun, 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 dun. Can someone please explain why I've had Africa stuck in my head for almost 2 weeks now?